You, Matthew, asked about the display near the cafeteria. Our friends at the library tell us this is a promotion for the library lecture series. They are not advertisement for military products. The pictures are screenshot icons of the database. Jane's Information Group is a British publishing company specializing in military, aerospace, defense, and environment and transportation topics. It's a subscription-based database with regular publications. The library subscribes to it, among many others, of course, following the express needs of its users, including delegates, accredited media, secretariat staff, and UN agencies from the world over. That said, the library has removed some of the slides from the screen. Mr. Lee.
Sure. I want to ask about Cyprus, Cameroon, and retaliation, but I do actually, and thanks for that answer from the library, but I'm sorry I'm compelled to ask you a follow-up question. Having attended this lecture series, registered for it and just attended it, they said it was under Chatham House rules, no problem, started live tweeting it without attribution, and I was asked to leave, actually required to leave, even though this was, and the topics being discussed, again, without attribution, were things like oil blocks in southern Lebanon, things that were, at least to me, somewhat controversial to be presented as a high-minded lecture series. But so I wanted to know, given what you've said, you seem to believe this event was open, and it seemed to be. Can these events held in the library exclude, as you put it, accredited media, and on what basis?
Whoa. Okay. No, nobody's excluding accredited media.
I was told to leave the room.
Well, my understanding of Chatham House rules is exactly that, and I would not be surprised if somebody who live tweets.
He said you can tweet it, you can quote it without attributing it.
Okay, well,
right,
Matthew, they made the decision they made. I don't find it surprising. What is your next question?
Okay, I did want to ask you about Cameroon. I'd asked you 2 days ago, and you'd said that you would go check what the country team had heard back from the government, and also about the people now facing terrorism charges for filming in a jail.
We're following these developments. I'm not able to share with you what the country team heard back.
It was right here in this very spot that they had an advertisement for Jane's Defense Industry Solutions event in the UN library today at 11 a.m. It was yesterday, and we did ask about it. Suddenly, the entire TV set was taken down. Now, okay, but that's no problem because we registered for the event. The registration form said, are you a UN staff member, an academic, media representative? So we said, media representative. So what company? Inner City Press. They said, fine, you're registered. And so, at 11:02 a.m., 2 minutes late, we came rushing here through the lobby, through this checkerboard lobby, heading to the UN library. We were heading to the UN library to see what it was, the Jane's Defense Weekly, with their slides of jet fighters were pitching in the UN. And it was held in a big room in the back of the library, room L133. And as we went in, a gentleman who will remain nameless, to be explained later, was saying, this is Chatham House rules. You can use the quotes, but don't attribute them. And they said, there's somebody filming, but he won't film the audience. So that seems strange. We said, fine, we won't periscope it. We started listening, and the man in the front, who we won't identify, under Chatham House rules, started talking about oil contracts and oil concessions in Lebanon. So he said, wait a second, we didn't say anything. We just started typing out a tweet. We did one, and we were working on a second one when suddenly, oops, a man's hand grabbed the shoulder and pointed at the laptop and said, you can't do that. You can't report on an event in the UN library that they advertised. I said, well, wait a second. Then the lady said, you didn't register. I saw you signed at the bottom. I came in. I didn't take the time to sign my name, but I have my email that says you registered. No. We're going to go back to the scene of the crime. I think actually they may still be in there. Wait a second. This could still be taking place. I believe that it is. Wait a moment. Okay, we'll stop here. It's the room there in the back of the library, room L133. This is it. The library sponsors events. There it was. We followed every rule, but we were ordered to leave the room. And when we asked the spokesman, Stefan Dujarric, he said, well, I'm not surprised if you were live tweeting. It's like, wait, can we not report on the Security Council? Already, Stefan Dujarric has banned the use of streaming Periscope at even the photo ops of Antonio Guterres on the 38th floor. Something is desperately wrong with the United Nations. Cameroon is a part of it, but this is another part.